Hi guys, it's Ms. Robinson, the third grade math teacher. The past few weeks we've been going over addition and subtraction word problems. A few weeks ago we did a little bit of both. We did one step of each. Last week we focused in on some addition. We learned a few more strategies for just when we're adding, as well as we did a two-step word problem together. This week we're going to focus in on the other side, the subtraction side, and we're going to do some similar stuff to last week, some similar strategies, and do a word problem together. So let's look at our objective. I can solve two-step subtraction word problems by using pictorial form, expanded form, and problem-solving strategies. So we're going to be using the same strategies as last week, pictorial form, which we've been doing since week 1. Expanded form, which we've been doing since week 2, and some problem-solving strategies, which we've been doing for the past few weeks. All right, so I want you guys to look at this problem we have right here. 835 minus 247. I want you to look at that, and I want you to think about how you think we should solve this. I want you to think about how would you solve it. Think about the strategies we've learned so far. Are there any that you like? Are there any that you would not want to use on your first try? All right, so I'm going to start off by using pictorial form because to Ms. Robinson, it's the easiest strategy to really see what we're doing unless we actually have base 10 blocks in front of us. So subtraction is a little different than addition when we're drawing a pictorial form because remember, let's pause for a second. We read left to right, correct? So when I read this, I read 835 subtracted by 247. I read this number first. This is the number I have, and this is how much I'm subtracting from it. So what I need to do is I need to draw a picture of my first number, the number that it gives me. And a word problem would be whatever it tells us we have. So we have 835 of something, who knows what. And it's subtracting away 247. So first I'm going to label my numbers with a place value chart, and then I'm going to draw a picture of this first number. So a place value chart, we have our ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. And now I'm going to draw a picture of 835. I can start on any side I want to when we're drawing a picture, as long as I'm drawing the amount it says it has when I'm subtracting from it. So I like to start with the smallest place value, which for us right now is the ones place. When you get to 4th grade, the ones place will not be the smallest place value. But for us, we have our ones place. So let's just draw a little base 10. Hundreds, tens, ones. And I'll draw this line so you know that's not part of it. I'm going to draw 5 ones. Remember, our ones are just dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 ones. Check. I need 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. Got my 3 tens. And 8 hundreds. So we know our tens are lines to represent the rods. For our hundreds, we're drawing little squares to represent our flats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hundredths. Now I'm subtracting 247 from the number I have. Since I'm subtracting, I'm not also going to draw that. That would be confusing. That would make me think I wanted to add them together, but I'm not. I'm subtracting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another color to represent this. And I'm going to cross off however many I'm subtracting away. So when we are adding or subtracting, we line up our place value. And then we start with the smallest place value given to us. Again, for us, that's the ones place, right? There's nothing less than the ones place for us today. I see I have a 7 in my ones place. I can't subtract 7 away from 5. I only have 5. Where am I going to go? So what I need to do is I need to think, what could I do so I have more ones? Think about how we can move our numbers around or regroup them. What can I do so that I have more ones? You can discuss this with someone at home, or you could just think about it or write it. Some of you might be thinking, well, Miss Robinson, you know what we could do? Well, isn't it true that 10 ones are in 110? Can't I move this 110 and get rid of the 10 and make it 10 ones? And that's true, we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now in my ones place I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I can subtract 7 away from 15 for sure. But let's cross them out and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I like to do, and everyone is different, is I like to circle what I have left. And I can count them. I'm going to use a yellow or a highlighter if I wasn't writing on this paper to kind of mark them as I go so I can make sure I'm counting them all correctly. So I'll get a yellow. It might be kind of hard for you to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 left. I have 8 ones. Now I need to look, I'm done with my ones place. I need to subtract 40 from my tens place, or 4 tens away. Let's look, I only have 10, 20. I only have 2 tens, which is only equivalent to 20. I can't take 40 away from 20. So I want you to think, looking at how we regrouped our 110 to 10 ones, what could we do so we can have enough tens to subtract 40? Remember, I can't just make up numbers. I have to get it from what I have in front of me. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn one of the hundreds into 10 tens. Remember when we had our flat and I showed you that 10 of the rods make it up, right? 10 tens is equal or equivalent to 100. So I'll just cross one of my hundreds out and make 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I can subtract 40 because I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 140. I counted that wrong. Let me do that again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Miss Robinson, and that is why we check our work, because Miss Robinson made a mistake by accidentally starting to count by 20s. But we could also just count them and see I have 12 lines. I have 12 lines. So I can definitely subtract 40 now. I'm going to take 4 tens away from the 12 tens I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see how many I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tens. Wow. 8 tens. 8 ones and 8 tens. And now, with whatever I have left, I can subtract 200. 100, 200. I have enough, right? So I can, now let's look. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds left. So it looks like my answer might be 588. I'm going to now do exactly what I did last week and use expanded form to check as one of my strategies. So I'm going to use expanded form. I need to put both of my numbers in expanded form. When I am writing numbers like on top of each other, right? We're writing them this way here, but if I were to line them up on top of each other, first important thing, I need to make sure my place values line up. My place values need to line up. I need to start with the smallest place value, which for today is the ones place. I also, one important thing is, if I'm reading left to right, the first number I'm reading while going that direction goes on top. So when I'm reading 835 minus 247, 835 is first, so that's what I'm going to place on the top of my problem. But let's put 835 into expanded form. I have 800s, so I'm going to write 800. Don't forget that plus sign because remember, expanded form is adding all the place values together. So I have 800, 3 tens is 30, 800 plus 30, plus 5 ones, which is 5. I have my ones place, my tens, and my hundreds. I'm going to subtract 247 in expanded form from what I have right here. So I'll start with my hundreds. I see I have 200. So I'm going to make sure that 200 is underneath that 800. I'm lining up my addition sign. 4 tens is 40. So I'm lining up my 40 with that 30. And 7 ones is 7. I'm going to subtract that to see what I can get. All right, remember we're starting with our smallest place value. Our smallest place value is our ones. I have 5 and I'm subtracting away 7. I can't do that. Remember when we had 5, I couldn't take 7 away if there's not 7 to give. So what I need to do is I need to regroup. Remember I took one of my tens. So I'm going to take one of these tens and turn this from 30 to 20. And I'm going to move it over to my ones place. So instead of having 5, remember how much did we have when we added 10 more over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So instead of having 30 plus 5, I have 20 plus 15. I'm just moving my numbers around so that it's easier to work with. 15 minus 7 is 8. I'm going to put an 8 here. That addition sign. If I have 20 and I'm trying to subtract 40 away, I don't have enough. I don't have enough to work with. So I need to also regroup like we did over here. Remember, we took one of those hundreds. So instead of 800, I'm going to write 700. And we're going to turn from 20, we're going to add that 100 that we borrowed or that we took from over here. that we're regrouping over to the tens place. So it's going to say 700 plus 120 plus 15 instead of what we have here. With 120, if we subtract 40, we can skip count by tens, but also what we can do, bring those zeros down, try and take 4 away from 12 instead of 40 away from 120. And if we subtract back, if we were to count backwards from 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So I have 80. And then 700 minus 200 is 500. If we put our numbers together, 588. Now, if we put this in standard form, which we'll do, I would subtract 835 minus 247. I have my numbers lined up, my ones, my tens, my hundreds. Again, I can't take 7 away from 5. I just cannot subtract that. I need to regroup this to 20 and this to 15. Just like I did down here, just like I did right here. 15 minus 7 is 8. I can't take 40 away from 20. Same thing happened over here. I have to change my 800 to 7 and my 2 to 12, or my 2 tens to 12 tens. 12 minus 4 is 8, and 7 minus 2 is 5. My answer is 588. I know that was a whole lot of explaining for this one thing, but helping us get the foundation will help us solve the problem better with our word problem we're going to do next. Okay, so let's read our problem. Jose has a goal to read 400 minutes this week. On Monday, he read 119 minutes. On Wednesday, he read 87 minutes. How many more minutes does Jose need to read to reach his goal this weekend? Or this week, I'm sorry. I'm going to underline my question. I need to know how many more minutes Jose needs to read to meet his goal. I'm going to make that into an answer statement. Jose still needs to read blank minutes to reach his goal. Let's read this again, and this time let's get out the important things to help us solve our problem. Jose has a goal to read 400 minutes Monday. So the total amount of minutes he wants to read is 400. So let's just write that. Total 400 minutes. Monday, he read 119 minutes. So I'll write Mon, like we see on the calendar sometimes for Monday. Monday, he read 119 minutes. Wednesday, 87 minutes. So I'm going to write Wednesday, 87 minutes. I need to know the rest of the week, right? I'm going to put this one up here. I'm going to move it over so I can put another paper for us to help us solve the rest of this problem. I have our problem right here. I'm going to put this right here for us to solve it. And first, I'm going to represent my problem with a strip diagram. We're going to use strip diagram today to represent it. Later on, we'll be able to use other ways to represent our problem. Today, let's just draw a strip diagram. So with our strip diagram, we're going to have two rows. One is going to be the total minutes. I'll put that one on the bottom right now. Total minutes, which we know is 400. We have 3 parts to make up 400. Now our parts don't have to be perfect, right? We just need to make sure we have them labeled Monday, which is 119 minutes. Wednesday, which is 87 minutes. And then we have the rest of the week, which we don't know what day he's going to read, but we don't know what this is. So I see my total amount of minutes that Jose wants to read is 400. He's read 2 different days. One day on Monday it was 119. On Wednesday it was 87 minutes. I need to know the rest of the minutes he wants to read to get to 400. There's a few different ways we could go about solving this. What we're going to do is we're going to start with 400, our total, right? I need to subtract what he's read so far to see how much he has left to read. So I'm going to start with Monday. On Monday, he had 400. And we're going to subtract, or I'm sorry, the total amount is 400, and we're going to subtract Monday, 119. For this one, we'll use pictorial form. I'll have my hundreds, tens, ones. I'm just drawing 400, and I'll subtract away 119. Well, there's 0 ones, 0 tens, and 400, so I can draw 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go over, and I'm going to subtract 9. There's not 9 ones to subtract. Oh, I can regroup, right? Let's get one of 10s turned to 10 ones. Oh, wait. There's no 10s to regroup either. I want you to think for a minute. What could we do to solve this problem? How would you solve it? What do you think we should do? I think we should regroup this 100 into 10 tens and see if that helps us any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have tens now, so that works. But I still don't have any ones. So I think I need to regroup one of those new tens I have into 10 ones. So I'll cross one of them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have tens, I have ones, I have tens, and I have hundreds. So hopefully I can work with what I have. I see I need to subtract 9 ones away from the 10 ones I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 1 left. Now I need to take 1 10 away from the 9 tens I have right here. That should be easy. Let's cross one more of them out. Circle what I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tens. And then I'm subtracting 100. I have 200s left. 281 is what it looks like. I'm going to double check by using standard form. 400 subtracted by 119. I need to regroup because I have 0 ones and I'm supposed to subtract 9 away from that. So I'm going to go over. I have 0 tens. All right, I'm going to go over. I need to regroup something. I have 400s. Let's break this 400s up to 300s and this 0 tenths into 10 tenths. So I have 310 tenths, like I did right here. But I still have 0 ones. So I need to regroup another step. I'm going to use one of my tens I just got and turn it from 10 tenths to 9 tenths and 0 ones to 10 ones. So pause. It is so important that we make sure we regroup each one over, because if you keep that 10 in the middle, you're going to get it wrong. We have to regroup a 10 into ones. We can't just make it from nothing. We need to get it from something in our problem. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2, 8, 1. Now I know that from here on is 2, 8, 1. Between here and here. So now I'm going to subtract 281 minus 87. This time I'm going to use expanded form. I'm going to turn 281 into 200, right? I have 200s there, plus 8 tens, plus 1, 1. And I'm going to subtract 87 in expanded form. I have no hundreds, so I'm not going to write anything in the hundreds. I have 8 tens. I write 8 tens and 7 ones. I need to make sure I'm lining it up with the place value. I'm lining it up not by the ones place, with the place value. I have my ones lined up and my tens lined up. I should be good. I cannot take 7 away from 1. I need to regroup. Guys, regrouping is changing the groups around. I'm not making these numbers up. They're coming from somewhere. They're coming from the same number, representing it with a different way, basically. So I'm going to take one of the tens from 80, turn 80 into 70, and I'm going to use that 1 to bring it over here, and it's still there, right? So instead of 80 plus 1, I have 70 plus 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. Well, we could count up if we want to. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 4 fingers. 4. I'm going to add that addition sign. Now I need to take 80 away from 70. That's not possible, right? I need to regroup my 100 from 200 to 100 and from 70 to 170. Ooh, 170 minus 80? That sounds a little hard. No, it's not. We just need to take it apart. 0 minus 0 is 0. 17 minus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 is 9. 17 minus 8 is 9. So that's 90. Plus, there's nothing to subtract this 100 from, so we have 100. So, we have 100 plus 90 plus 4. So I'm going to write that down. 100 plus 90 is 194. Let's double check using standard form. 281 minus 87. I can't subtract 1, so I need to regroup. Turn this 8 tenths to 7 tenths. Turn this 1 into 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. I can't subtract 8 minus 8 away from 7. So I'm going to turn this 200 to 100 and 7 tenths to 17 tenths. 17 minus 8 is 9, and then we bring that 100 down. 194. So Jose still needs to read 194 minutes to reach his goal. All right, thank you guys so much. We are going to move on next week to something new, but we will come back to this to go over these type of problems again. Great job today, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.